Hey you guys, Jen Houston here, and welcome to Shut Your Cake Hole, where we talk about cakes, and cakes. Here we are, Thanksgiving, and the world is still not quite right. So my husband and I are not having a big Thanksgiving, and I hope you're not having a big Thanksgiving either, because I want you to be alive at the end of this. But I wanted to make a little something for our holiday table, so I'm gonna show you what I made step by step, and maybe if you get the notion, you could do something like that too. I'm calling it Tea for Two. I made a pumpkin-shaped teapot with 2 little edible teacups filled with edible tea. Here we go. Using a ball pan, I baked off a 4-inch ball cake and an 8-inch ball cake. And starting with my 8-inch cake, I torted that and filled it with chocolate ganache and some pumpkin buttercream. I have a 4-inch cake board on the top, and then I have the cake layered up, and then in the middle of the cake, I put another cake board. And now this is going to be the bottom of our teapot. So moving right along to the top of the teapot, I got one of my 4-inch cake boards, and I've got my little half of a ball cake. I filled that with pumpkin buttercream and ganache as well. And we'll give that top a nice coat of ganache. I brought out my pastillage, and I am going to make some saucers and some teacups. I'm going to roll out the pastillage and drape them over the saucers and cut the excess away and let them firm up overnight. And for the cups themselves, I've just used my 4-inch ball pan, and I have created some handles using this scalloped round cutter here. So I brought my halves of firmed up cake and I stacked them on top of each other and gave a nice little coat of ganache. I took about half of my modeling chocolate and tinted it a nice pumpkin color. Woohoo, starting to look like a pumpkin. I took some green fondant and took a leaf cutter and made some little leaf feet, as well as some little vines and some leaves to go around the top of the teapot. I took my airbrush colors and I gave those lines I created a little bit of shading. And with some armature wire, I doubled it up for both the spout and the handle, and I just kept adding embellishments until I got to a place where I really liked it. My pastillage cups and saucers have dried enough, and I took a little fondant and I mixed in some Tylose powder and then added a little bit of water and basically made a little bit of paste to attach the handle as well as the bottoms. I gave them a quick airbrush of some pumpkin color. I have some edible copper paint that I'm going to use to paint the handle and the scallop section of the teacup. And just to make things really, really complicated, I decided to make some tea. It's actually not tea, it's really, really, really firm gelatin. And there you have it. It's so cute, right? And if you have any questions and you want to try this yourself and you get stuck, please, please, please give me a holler. Okie doke. That's it, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Shut Your Cake Hole. Whatever you and your family decide to do for the holidays, please do it safely. I love ya, and come back soon and let's have more cake. Ciao for now.